All right, light up those pumpkins, everybody, because we are live. Let's see who else is awake and alive out there tonight. Happy Michael Myers Monday, everybody. Welcome to this week's live show. If you're new here, my name is Matt, and this is our weekly live broadcast and gathering with the Halloween fans where we talk all Michael Myers and Halloween movie franchise news, updates, and whatever else is going on in the world of Michael Myers and Halloween movies. And to all my returning friends, what's up, everybody? Happy Michael Myers Monday! Here's to you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're all doing well. I see the live chat is starting to come alive just a little bit. I see some familiar names in there. Adam 80s fan was here early, as was my buddy Dave Suber. I see ProtectSafes.com has just checked in. Halloween Ends updates, of course. Darkman's here. Jennifer, Brad, lots of friends. There's Ken up in here. All right, great. Lots of people entering the chat early on. Phil is here, of course. Very cool. Awesome. I'm glad you guys are here. Happy Monday. If you're here, then you made it through another week. We all did. Made it through another Monday. So, again, I just want to thank you for being here and say happy Michael Myers Monday to everybody. Brad says, always a fun time tuning in here. Awesome. AC Fall Guy has checked in as well. Very cool. Glad to have all you guys here. I think we got a fun show for you tonight. It's not going to be anything major. Not too much breaking news at the moment. You know, we're kind of in a holding pattern, waiting for some marketing just to start taking effect here for HNs, of course. But we do have a little bit of HNs to talk about tonight. Jason Blum, you know, he put a little word out there and leads us to believe a little further, leads us to further believe that some people at least might be seeing something from Halloween Ends sooner than later. So we'll talk about that in just a few minutes and a few other little items, some fun little news items, some Halloween Kills stuff as well that I'm going to hit on. And of course, we'll do some Michael Myers Monday shout outs at the end of the show. And but right now, as people are just finding the live stream and starting to filter in, again, we open invitation in the live chat. Don't be shy if you're new. You know, get to know everybody and chime in the live chat. And if you're watching this later, after it's live and it's not live anymore, then I'd still love to hear from you down in the comments below. And or just drop us a jack-o'-lantern down in the comments below. We'd love to see that as well because that helps other people find us like-minded people as well. But before we get to any of that, I usually do some kind of show and tell. And so tonight, it's not exactly an oldie, but a goodie. But I'm always hyping these wall decor sets. And I know we get new viewers every week, and people miss things that we've talked about in the past and don't always know that we do have an online store. We are stocked up with all kinds of items, and among them are these really cool retro-styled wall decor sets by Trick or Treat Studios. We've got a bunch of them there. This guy, Michael, as you can see, is part of the Halloween 1978 set, and it's a great deal. It's 6 pieces, and these are like high-quality, like cardboard, very similar to the old Beistel wall decor decorations that were popular in the 70s and 80s. This is what it's meant to be. Comes with 6 pieces for just $12. But this one is the special one that is fully jointed. So he's posable like the old school jointed skeleton decorations. I mean, you still see them everywhere today, but you remember the old jointed skeletons. They've been around forever. Well, now you can have your very own vintage style jointed Michael Myers. And again, for $12, you get this guy, and he's 31 inches tall, by the way, not counting as high as he reaches. That's just from head to foot. Nice 31 inches tall. You can hang him up here. You can pose him how you like. And it comes with 5 other awesome pieces, most of which you can see surrounding me here. There's the Jamie Lloyd one. That's in the H4 set. We've got that one in stock as well. You can see some of the other ones around behind me and so forth. But they're a great deal. If you don't have them yet, we've got them in stock right now at HalloweenDailyNews.com/shop. There he is. That artwork, by the way, the artist's name is Marty McEwen. He does a great job on all of these sets. You've got to have this guy. He is so cool. I'm always talking up these sets. They are great sellers when we go to like the horror conventions and various live events because you really that's why I talk about them a lot on these Monday nights and try to show them to you guys because you really don't know the size and how cool they are until you see them in person a lot of times, or maybe when you see them here next to me, and you can really get a reference for the size of them because they are really cool and really big and really nice and really affordable, if I do say so. They are produced by Trick or Treat Studios, like I said, and you can find we've got the Halloween '78 set, we got the H4 set, we got the Silver Shamrock set, we've got 2 different Universal Monsters sets, we've got I believe we've got a Child's Play 2 set. We might have that one left. And we've got 2 different Trick or Treat sets, including a glow in the dark Trick or Treat set. So check those out, among other things, masks, collectibles, all kinds of good stuff. You can find anytime at HalloweenDailyNews.com/shop. Ken calls him Dancing Mike. Yeah, you can make him dance for sure. Adam says, freaking awesome. Yeah, they are freaking awesome. I love every one of the sets, honestly, that I've seen. I mean, and the ones that we carry are my personal favorites. The Chucky set, it's Child's Play, but it's Chucky with jack-o'-lanterns. The same with the Universal Monsters. So it's not just, these iconic franchises in those cases. It's literally bringing the Halloween to them, which is pretty amazing too. But yeah, all the Halloween sets, and like I said, here's Jamie Lloyd. She's not posable, but yeah, she comes in the Halloween 4 set. There's another one with the Myers house behind me. Back over there, that's the opening credits pumpkin back over there. So you can see them all around me. The ghost, he comes in the set. That's Ghost Michael back there wearing Bob's glasses, peeking around the corner. They're all included in that Halloween '78 set. Not the Jamie Lloyd. That's the Halloween 4 set. But yeah, they are freaking awesome. I love them. Adam says you got Chucky. Yep, we got Chucky. I believe we still got some Chuckies in stock. But yeah, everything is listed there. Young Major has checked in, I see. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Great to see all you guys. Darlene is here. Happy Michael Myers Monday. Very cool, very cool. Awesome. All right, we're going to talk some Halloween ends now. Not much update since last week, but there have been at least one minor development. Jason Blum says that the Halloween Ends trailer. Let me rephrase that. Jason Blum has seemed to indicate that the Halloween Ends trailer, or at least something from Halloween Ends, is coming, in his word, soon. That's his one-word quote on Twitter this week in response to a fan's question about Halloween Ends. So let's go over here and take a look at that. Here you can see on Twitter on April 8th, Jason Blum of Blumhouse, of course, he took to Twitter and said, "Hi all, what's new? Spring break is A-OK." And a fan who goes by the Twitter handle @WetSmile took the opportunity to respond and said, "Not much. Any update on Halloween Ends trailer or updates?" And you can see there Jason Blum's response, short and sweet. He said simply one word, soon. So you can take that a number of different ways. I mean, obviously, soon can can mean a number of different things. Um, and it's all relative, right? Soon could be next week, and soon could be next month. Uh, but I take this as further indication of what we said here last week, that I believe if you are going to be in attendance at CinemaCon in Las Vegas on April 27th during the Universal and Focus Pictures presentation, I think there's a good chance you're going to see something from Halloween Ends. I thought that before this tweet. I think that even more so with this tweet. Um, Now, one thing I did that did kind of occur to me that I didn't really think about until thinking about this tweet this week is, you know, maybe I had said last week, I think it's a good chance that the first trailer will premiere at CinemaCon for the audience there, for the theater owners, and but I don't think it's going to be released online to the public right away, at least not for another month or two, in my opinion. But that's just my educated guess. Um, I'd be more than happy to be wrong about that. But with Jason Blum saying this, I mean, I think it's not confirmation by any means. Again, soon could mean anything, and I don't think it by any means that we're all going to see it soon. I mean, the tweet does ask for updates as well, so he might be saying soon on some updates. But I've said all along that I think the marketing in some form, be it a teaser poster, a first look photo or two, I think that is really right around the corner. Here we are, it's Monday, April 11th. We are exactly 6 months away from Halloween Ends week, October 14th. So when 6 months from now, it's going to be the Monday before the release of the film. So yeah, let's pause and drink to that for a second. That's worth a drink right there, right? Happy Michael Myers Monday on that. 6 months to go, guys. So you guys tell me what you think about this quote from Mr. Blum. Um, Byron is here. Happy Michael Myers Monday, man. David says great decor. Hell yes, it is. Chad is here as well. Happy Michael Myers Monday, buddy. Ken says there's a concept trailer. Yep. Yeah, I think there's a couple concept trailers out there, and lots of cool concept art as well for Halloween Ends. Like I said last week, the very first trailer for Halloween 2018 did in fact premiere at CinemaCon in April of 2018. It was not released to the public until the first week of June. Of course, the rollout and marketing of Halloween Kills was very compromised for all the obvious reasons. The year-long delay, not the least of which, and the unpredictability of the pandemic and theaters being open and all that, and then the whole streaming factor. So we can't really take too much of last year's rollout of that. And then, of course, the first trailer was leaked illegally, and Universal ended up pressing the button and releasing it officially approximately a week ahead of schedule last year. I've been saying for a while that I think it makes all the sense in the world that Universal would drop that trailer to the public the week of June 24th, because June 24th is when the Black Phone opens. And that is a big Blumhouse Universal horror movie starring Ethan Hawke, directed by Scott Derrickson. And I think releasing the trailer around that time, both studios would see the advantages there of making the Black Phone that much more of an event movie. Speaking of event movies, of course, later on in the summer, in July, about a month later, you've got Jordan Peele's Nope, also a Universal release. I fully expect the HN's hype to be in full swing by that time, because then, from then on, after Nope, as far as the high profile horror releases that Universal has on their calendar, is full steam ahead with Halloween Ends. But I'm going to turn it over to you guys now. Let me know what you think about this one word. I mean, is Jason Blum just just teasing us here, or is he being serious to soon mean this month? Is he talking about CinemaCon? That's what I think he's talking about. It makes all the sense in the world that that's when they would premiere it. Let's see. Byron says Halloween Ends trailer in June or July. Yeah, I mean, I would I would be surprised if the crowd in CinemaCon doesn't see something given that tweet. Um, it might not even be a full trailer though. It might be just a quick 5 or 10 second tease, you know, maybe a quick shot of Laurie saying some kind of iconic Laurie Strode badass line, just to whet people's appetite. Maybe just an outline of the shape in the distance where we can't really see the mask quite. Just something to whet our appetites. I hadn't really thought that that would be likely before this week, but just thinking of other possibilities, if it's not going to be a full trailer, maybe it would be something like that. There were some little short 30-second or so teasers released ahead of the full trailer for Halloween Kills, but again, a lot of the reasoning for that was to kind of soothe fans a little bit with the news that they were going to have to wait a year longer than originally anticipated for that film. But you guys let me know what you think. Over here in the live chat, let's see. There's Ken says concept trailer. Yep, we talked about that. He says Ken says it's exciting to know what it may look like. Yep. Adam says maybe on Friday the 13th next month. Now, yes, that is something I wanted to mention too. Um, Again, just about a month away, it will be Friday the 13th of May. On that day, Blumhouse's Firestarter will be released in theaters and on Peacock, I believe, as well. I had speculated before that I think that's when we're going to get the official poster, or at least the first official poster for Halloween Ends. And if the last two films are any indication, and I think they are, I fully expect that poster to be a really good look at the mask, as it's probably going to appear in Halloween Ends. Um, Blumhouse, we know, likes to do things on Friday the 13th. They like to kind of co-opt that day. It is a very horror friendly day, of course. And it's no accident that they're releasing Firestarter on that day. I think that would be an ideal day to release the first official poster for Halloween Ends. Um, then again, we did get that first official poster for Halloween 2018 1 week before the CinemaCon event where the trailer premiered. Keeping all that in mind, if they were going by that schedule, that would mean next week for the poster, followed by the CinemaCon trailer, not to the public, but the buzz from CinemaCon. And in that case, they could be doing the trailer earlier than expected to get the hype rolling. But I would still caution everybody, myself included. I gotta tell myself, no. I'm happy to be wrong again, but I gotta agree with Byron on this. I am happy to be wrong, but I still think late June is probably the earliest we're going to see this trailer officially released online to us in the public. But if it's not a trailer and it's maybe just a 10 second little teaser or something, I could kind of see Universal putting that out there this early. Um, it's not a full trailer. It wouldn't have very much, I don't think. But this is around the time when, with these other films, 6 months out, you start getting a total film photo exclusive, an Empire cover. Um, Fangoria is going to do something here soon. So we're right around that time frame where those things are going to start happening. And usually, if you look back, Universal has kind of played it smart. I mean, as big of a secret as the mask tends to be, they kind of accept that we're just going to put it out there really early in the marketing of these films, and that way, it's more or less there. And that's what they've done in the marketing of both these films. So I do kind of expect them to go that route with this one again, and that pretty much any time now we're going to be getting, if not that first poster, then very possibly another first look image from the film, because all we've really gotten right now is this. And I don't think this is a still from the film. I mean, this is clearly a photo taken on set of our three leads here, but that's all we've really gotten officially. That and the crew photo from the wrap. All right, let's pause and salute Mr. Chad Francis for the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, sir. Happy Michael Myers Monday. Much appreciated. Also want to remind you guys, we do have a new design on our t-shirts at our spring store that we just put up this week. And you can find links to that down below in the description as well if you go to our merch store. I call it the Beach Day of the Dead. We're going to do a Triple M, something for Triple M here soon too. If you got ideas for designs, send them on, especially a Michael Myers Monday type design that we could do. All right, let's see who else is in here. David says, I heard that maybe Michael is not in ends as much as H18 or Kills. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's... I don't know, but that wouldn't surprise me. I mean, I think I would almost kind of assume that at this point, certainly less than Kills. We got a lot of Michael in Halloween Kills. And really, when you go back and watch it, we got a lot of Michael in 2018 as well. But Kills, I always say it's ultimate Michael Myers to me. And yeah, I think after that surplus of the shape, yeah, I think we're gonna have significantly less screen time spent with Michael in Halloween Ends. That doesn't surprise me. And again, what David Gordon Green has kind of said in his cryptic comments over the last few years about this film, it's going to be smaller in tone, more intimate, a coming of age. And I go back to, a lot of people have speculated about what Jamie Lee Curtis meant when she said this film is going to upset people. Well, first of all, one thing I just got to say, Jamie Lee Curtis admits and says all the time she's not a horror fan. She doesn't understand us who love these films. She doesn't love them. She works in them. She loves us for loving them, but she doesn't get it. She's not one of us by her own admission. So when she says something's going to upset us, I just don't think she necessarily knows what's going to upset us and make us happy. All due respect, you know what I mean? She's not one of us. She's not a fan, and she says this by her own admission. So that's one thing I would say about that. And also, I think when she says that, it's along these lines that yeah, we're not going to have wall to wall ultimate Michael Myers. That's H Kills. It's going to be less. And you know what? Look at 78. Look, even at H2, even though H2 there was a lot more Michael, but in 78 there's so little of him. He is the shape. So if this is going to be the end of this trilogy and really kind of be a way to come full circle with the 78 film, if that's what David Gordon Green and company are attempting here, then maybe it makes sense that it be much less Michael. But you'd have to after Kills. I mean, you can't. There's nowhere to go from there but to draw back and put him back more into the shadows than ever before. David says supposedly Myers goes back to stalker mode. Exactly. There we go. That's what I'm saying. Jennifer says after my birthday, May 12th. Awesome. Adam says my birthday is the second. You guys got some May birthdays. Well, happy birthday in advance to you both. How about that? But yeah, this is all we've really got so far. So I do think we're gonna start getting some official photos. But again, unlike with Halloween Kills, where all of those first official photos were of Michael, look at what this first official photo is, and I think this might be a guidepost as to how maybe some of this other marketing might go. But don't get me wrong, I still fully expect that first official main poster to be a new shot of the mask as it's going to appear more or less in this film. The good old days, yeah, about the slashing or the stalking. Yeah, absolutely. I think it if it returns a little bit more to that, then yeah, what's wrong with that? That's Michael at his scariest. We've seen him at his most brutal, very effectively, I would add. Okay, another bit of Halloween Ends news. In other Halloween Ends news, Michael Myers himself, our buddy James Jude Courtney, posted this image on his Instagram just a few days ago. There you can see the logo above them that tells you where he's at. He's at Rough House Pictures headquarters. That is, of course, located in Charleston, South Carolina. Rough House is David Gordon Green and Danny McBride's production company. James there in the center, of course. He says in the text for this photo, he says in the text for this photo, quote, took a little day trip down to Charleston to visit the amazing team at Rough House Pictures. As you can see, the place is on fire. Here with my boys, the Wizards of Editing, Tim Alverson and Derek Larson. So, what film do you think they're cutting now? End quote. And I think I got a pretty good idea what film they're cutting right now, and I love his choice of terms there. The film that they're cutting right now. Love that choice of words. So Tim and Derek, the editing wizards at Rough House, hard at work cutting Halloween Ends this week. And right below James's comments, you can see Blumhouse producer Ryan Turek has his own comment there. Jealousy has consumed me, he says. My phone going off. Let's see. Million Ideas says Kills was Michael's film. We'll see less of him in Ends. David Gordon Green and company are masterful with how they move their pieces. I like the way you termed that. Yeah, I mean, I fully agree. I mean, again, the idea that we're gonna see less Myers on screen in this film than Kills, and even less than in 2018. Yeah, that doesn't really sound shocking or even really that disappointing to me. I mean, again, I want more Michael, but yeah, I want to see how this is going to play out, and if it's going to put him back in the shadows more than ever, like he was originally in the '78 film, then I can't argue with that idea. Let's do it. Chad is here. What's up, man? Happy Michael Myers Monday. The Boogeyman is here. Says, hi, I love your channel, dude. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much, Boogeyman. Happy Michael Myers Monday. Much appreciated. Joel is here. I'm glad there haven't been any leaks with kills that spoil things, he says. Good point, Joel. I'm very glad about that, too. I do think some lessons were probably learned from kills, and I don't know, maybe it was the really long extra year wait time with kills that added a few holes in the system. You know what I mean? Things got a little relaxed maybe during that extra year, and I think maybe that might be part of it. Just me reading into it, but maybe the idea that this is going to move so much faster, um, I think is good. I mean, again, we're all gonna have to be wary of the actual marketing because there might be some spoiler stuff in there. We know how that can be sometimes, but yeah, I'm also very happy that there haven't been any real leaks. Million says, I see it as 2018. Laurie was the main character. Michael was the main character of Kills. Allison will probably be the main character of Ends. There you go. Yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree with that completely. I mean, it's a coming of age story. I'm assuming that refers to Allison coming of age in some ways. Maybe coming out of this fog, if you will, that she and probably the whole town has been in since 2018. Adam says it's like being a kid again in the '80s. It's an exciting time for horror. Oh, it's a great time for horror. I mean, just having all of our icons back from Leatherface and Ghostface and Michael Myers, and I mean, there's a new Evil Dead movie coming out this year. I mean, it just goes on and on and on, and then there's great new original stuff too. But yeah, having all of our icons back and bigger than ever, yeah, that definitely hits some of that nostalgia sweet spot. Million loves how this is playing out. Yeah, Ken says Halloween 2 stalking too. Yeah, he was definitely stalking in H2. Yeah, and they've paid a lot of homage specifically to those first three films. I mean, there's been nods to all the films in the franchise, but definitely those first three are their main kind of Bible films in a way that they refer to the most, and rightfully so for obvious reasons. Chaz says H2 is his fave. Yeah, Dick Warlock. He's the man. There's his picture right over there. Roman has checked in, says can't wait till Halloween ends trailer. Yep. You and me too. Like I said, I mean, we might have to wait a little while, but but I'm happy to be wrong about that too. It might be here. It's either way, it's gonna be here before you know it. you have to keep that in mind. Is this is going to fly by. We're coming off of 2018, where less than a year after the release of Halloween 2018, we got the announcement that we were getting 2 more films back to back. And then we had a year and a half to get hyped up for, well, not even that. We got that announcement, and then they went right in to shooting HK. And so by Halloween of 2019, 1 year after the 2018 film came out, they were wrapping on HK. We got that teaser video, that behind the scenes wrap video when they finished filming that came out, and everything was looking great. And then of course 2020 happens. That summer we get the word that the release date is getting pushed for a year, and everything really just paused at that point for over a year. There was really very minimal movement, and we were here getting through it together every Monday night with very little to talk about and go on, and just clinging on some of those photos from Empire Magazine and Total Film or whatever it was. And that's the way it was for a long time. And by comparison, this year is going to fly by, and that's what I mean. But before we know it, the marketing is really going to kick in. And once it does, it's just going to be going. So like I said last week, in a certain way, we need to all just enjoy the anticipation and just live in it just a little bit, because once it gets going, it's gonna be full blast, and then the movie's gonna be here, and then it's gonna be here, and then it's gonna be over, and then we're of course there'll be other movies, there'll be other projects down the road, but for a little while it's gonna be a little weird. So we definitely want to enjoy these next 6 months for sure. All right, let's pause and give a toast to the great ProtectSafes.com, a beautiful $10 super chat, and he says, "You can't end the boogeyman." Hell yeah, you can't end the boogeyman. Happy Michael Myers Monday. Very much appreciated. Love that. Awesome. Thank you so much. ProtectSafes.com here every week. Always hooking it up with the super chats. That really helps us out, guys. It helps us keep things going, and the more time I can put into this, the more we can grow this, and the more we can grow this, the more better features and events we can do here, like awesome special guests. And there are going to be some cool ones coming too. I know I keep saying that, but I think you guys know that I'm not bullshitting when I say we're working on some big ones for you. Ken says, but under some other contract, John is done after ends. You think Carpenter is done after ends and wouldn't come back and score another one? Chad says Tommy Lee Wallace edited the very first Halloween. Yep. Boogeyman asks Matt, I am making a fan film of Halloween Ends. Very cool, man. Yeah, let me check it out when you finish it. I look forward to checking it out. Million says no problem. That's the Boogeyman. Ken doing his best Chalice impersonation. I like that. Let's see. Maricela, hola. Hola, what's up? Happy Michael Myers Monday. Andromeda is here. What's up? Up driving. Yeah. Don't get in an accident, please. Please. I love that you're here, but if you're driving, yes, don't get in an accident just to be part of the live chat. But thank you for being here nonetheless. But we'll forgive you for watching the replay, Andromeda. Thank you. Roman asked, do you think they will make more Halloween after Halloween Ends, or that's the last one? They will definitely make more after Halloween Ends. That's the short answer. They will definitely make more. Now, how soon, and will it be the same creative team involved? That's up in the air. I don't think it'll be anytime soon. And I doubt it'll be David Gordon Green and this creative team. And I definitely doubt it'll be Jamie Lee Curtis. And like was said in the live chat a minute ago, Very likely probably wouldn't be Carpenter's involvement either. I mean, this is pretty damn special to have John Carpenter, executive producer. I mean, I guess he'll always get an executive producer credit as long as he's alive, even if it's just a ceremonial thing. But to actually have him reading these scripts, giving some notes, and most importantly, and most amazingly, awesomely special, giving us these scores with his son and his godson. Just amazing, just amazing. So it might be the end of that. I don't know. I think it would definitely be the end of Jamie's involvement. But will it be the last movie? Hell no. Hell no. Are you kidding? It might be the last one for 3 to 5 to 10 years, but the last one ever? Hell no. 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 They'll never stop making Michael Myers movies. We'll all be gone. Malik will be gone, and somebody will still be making Michael Myers movies the way they're making new Dracula movies right now. Absolutely. Let's see. Million says Andy Matichek's interview on here will take on a new meaning after In comes out. Which interview are you talking about? Just curious. One more thing on ends I wanted to point out. You guys have probably seen this. I used a cropped version on tonight's thumbnail, but look at this wicked new concept poster. This is the latest Halloween Ends fan-made concept poster by Creepy Duck Design. That's where you can find him on Instagram. He has done a lot of these Halloween Ends posters here recently. He does all kinds of cool horror franchise posters. Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Scream, and the recent Scream 2022 actually very coolly used some of his art and officially released it as an official poster, which is really cool. He's done quite a few of these posters, and I just got to give him another shout out tonight. I used the top half of this as our cover for tonight's live, and it is just some incredible artwork. Probably my favorite of his HN's concept posters so far. Laurie's silhouette down there, the blood everywhere. I like it. The purple full moon in the back. And he's been using this tagline in all of his posters. His time has come. But I think it's pretty good fitting tagline and can definitely be taken two ways. You know what I mean? His time has come. You can definitely, absolutely, it could have double meaning. And I like that too. Chad says Sean Clark said he thinks at least 6 to 7 years with no Halloween movies after ends. Yeah, I would agree with that. I'd say 5 years at the absolute earliest. I think 6 to 7 is a very realistic assumption. Yeah, you guys dig this poster too. I really like this one. I mean, I like the vintage creases that he puts in it. I like that it's kind of a simple idea of just Michael kind of becoming just this mass of blood bleeding down into the words. Yeah, I really like this one. He's done a lot of really good ones. Check him out on Instagram, and he's all over the socials as well. All right, got just a little bit of Halloween Kills news to talk about, actually. This was kind of cool. I don't know if you saw this, but Judy Greer was interviewed recently by Collider, and she commented specifically on Karen's death in Halloween Kills. And when asked if she knew or at what point she knew Karen was gonna be killed, and how did she come to terms with that, Judy Greer begins uh, with the line highlighted right here. She says, quote, I think we won't ever really know until the next one comes out why Karen had to go, end quote. That's the first line of her response. So you can make of that what you will. I know some people are going to immediately jump into like, oh, it's going to have a major significance of why she was killed specifically in this film, and it's going to have a big reveal. I don't exactly take it that way. Personally, I kind of think she's just being a good franchise cast member and team member, and saying stay tuned for the next episode, basically. She continues, though, in this interview, the rest of her quote continues. She says, quote, when it was time to get ready to start shooting Halloween Kills, I got a phone call from David Gordon Green, and he was like, we have to talk before I send you the script. And I was like, I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk to you, Dad. I know what you're going to tell me, and why does it have to be me? And he was like, it has to be someone. He's like, it can't be Jamie, and it can't be your daughter because she's got to carry the mantle. And I was like, you fucker. Come on, man. And he's like, I know. I'm really sorry. I'm trying to figure it out, but there's just no other way. And I was like, it had to be me. I know. He's right. End quote. So there you go, Judy Greer's take on why Karen had to go. And you can feel free to let me know in the live chat and in the comments below what you make of these comments. Do you think we're literally going to get a specific definitive reason why it had to be Karen in Kills explained verbatim in HNs, or is she just meaning it like I'm saying that you'll see emotionally that it had to play out this way? And how about where she says that it, well, she's quoting David Gordon Green, I guess, where David Gordon Green says it can't be your daughter because she's got to carry on the mantle. Again, I don't think that's spoilery, but I do think it just confirms that, yeah, this next movie is gonna be Allison's movie. You know, if the last one was Michael's, if you want to look at it like that, and 2018 was Laurie's, which I think you could easily see it that way, then yes, this will be Allison's story and much more her journey and the culmination of that. And in that sense, I think absolutely she's got to carry on the mantle is where this quote comes from. But again, you guys feel free to read into it as you will and let me know what you think. I got a feeling some of you might think there's a little more to it than I do, but that's okay. Um, Again, I look forward to hearing your thoughts on that. I agree with what she said. Somebody had to go. When what she said, David said. I think at the end of the day, she was the right one, and you don't get to say gotcha to Michael twice. You don't get him twice. I mean, come on, come on. She got the better of him twice, and arguably a third time when she got to. I mean, took the mask, stomped it. I mean, yeah. So by all measures, I think it had to be carried in this one, and also when you're looking at the 3 act structure of these films, we go into Laurie's story, as we've said, 2018, and we're already with her because we know these other films. It didn't take a lot of to get behind there, but we don't know Allison and Karen. By now, by the end of the second film, we've got to know them. We've got to care about them. One of them has to gut us and be pulled from us. So in that sense, again, it's got to be Karen. That's going to carry the most weight. Who's going to hurt the other two the most to be lost? You know, I mean, it's Karen, clearly. That's going to hurt Laurie the most, I would argue, and definitely going to hurt Allison the most. And for Allison, I mean, that night just so much worse than Laurie's 1978 night. We look back on Judith's 1968 murder, where it was the one murder, and then you look at 78 and Laurie's friends, and but man, compare that to just what Allison went through just in her personal life in the 2018 massacre, much less what everybody else, the entire town, experienced. So yeah, a quieter, more mournful, darker film, more emotional. Yeah, yeah, I think that's where this one's going to hit us. And a silent, in the shadows, creeping shape. Bring it on. Yeah, I'm totally there for that. Chad says, "Cool art. I love that artwork. Absolutely." Adam agrees. You don't touch Michael's mask. Yep. Megan says, "Don't need to be a reason for Karen to die. It's like Michael to not have a motive." Absolutely, there is no reason. And that's why I'm saying when she says we won't understand until the next movie, I don't think, and I'll say I hope she doesn't mean it literally, like they're gonna explain away something. Like you said, I prefer my Michael Myers not to have reason. I've said on previous Monday nights that sometimes some of the complaints I see about Halloween Kills and other films, but tonight we're really talking about these two. Uh, oh, how did Michael get from here to there without anybody in? And I've said before, God, that's the whole point, guys. You're not supposed to know how he did it. You can wonder, you can ask the question, but if you're seriously looking for a logical answer, well then, I mean, I don't know. Watch Rob Zombie's films, maybe, because that at least does go into some of the why and the how. But if you want John Carpenter's version of the shape, which is what David Gordon Green is trying to tap into with these films, there is no motive, there's no meaning, there's no why, and there's no understanding of how. Uh, yeah, you can ask the questions. You're supposed to wonder, but the answer, and you're supposed to uh, just know that the answer is not there. And that's exactly what makes him as scary as he is. Protect Saves thinks we will not have to wait more than 1 to 1.5 years for another Myers return. That'd be pretty quick. I would say, well, I've said it before. Money, if it makes enough money, absolutely. Let's put it this way: if it does better money than 2018 did somehow, which I don't think it's going to, but if it does, yeah, I'm totally with you there. We'll get an announcement really soon, maybe even before the end of the year, maybe even while it's still in theaters, if it's breaking those kind of records. I kind of got a feeling it might not hit those numbers though, but hey, we can do it. We can make it happen. But yeah, if the numbers are big enough, we won't have to wait long at all. Yep, Karen got it good. She had to go. Absolutely. Destination Station says Lori should buy the Myers house now that Big Little John is dead. She can buy the house and wait for Michael's arrival. I honestly think that David Gordon Green was not joking when he said during the watch party on Twitter that Lori bulldozed the Myers house to the ground. A lot of people took that as he was just joking. Personally, I kind of think he was being serious, and I can totally see this version of Laurie Strode doing that after the 2018 massacre, and everybody left, all the survivors of Haddonfield, right there cheering her on as she would literally want to be the one to drive that bulldozer and bring that house down. Again, I might be way off on that. Maybe he is joking. He does like to joke around a lot. We know this, but I kind of have always taken that statement to be serious. That's the fate of the Myers house after 2018 and Kills. Byron thinks Halloween ends mask first look. Oh, asking me. Again, I mean, I think we're going to get it fairly early on, probably with that first poster, which might be the first thing we get. I go back to how 2018, it was mid-April, right around now. Uh, we got that first poster. That was our first real look at the mask, and I think it'll be a similar reveal this time. I don't think they're going to want another publication to really get that first look. If they're going to have first look photos, I think it will be stuff of Lori and or Allison maybe. Larry says, just made it, just off work. Awesome. Happy Michael Myers Monday. Welcome. Adam says, do I think they should have asked Scout Danielle to be in the new Halloween movies? I don't know. I mean, I have no problem with cameos and stuff like that. But I think if you ask them, which I did, I mean, I asked Danielle about returning, and if you saw that interview, if you haven't, check it out. But her answer anyway was that she would be more than happy to talk about reprising Jamie Lloyd in some alternate timeline way, but she's not interested in playing, not doing a cameo or doing a third character in the franchise. I think she did Annie, and after doing Jamie, and she would love to kind of probably end the Jamie Lloyd story in a more proper way. Um, and that's what she said in that interview, more or less, is that she would be totally down for that if the opportunity presented itself, but she would not be interested in coming back in like a cameo. And I didn't ask Scout that, but so again, that being the case and hearing that response, I kind of, you think about it, and yeah, I'm always for winks to the audience and Easter eggs and fun cameos from franchise favorites. But maybe this isn't the best way and the best time to bring them into it. I do appreciate everything they've done with the legacy characters from '78, though, and even working some of the names, Ben Tramer and stuff like that, into from some of the other films in the franchise into this timeline. So, um, I mean, I'm a fan, so I'm always, looking forward to seeing them work, and would love to see them involved in the franchise somehow. But I don't know that this was definitely the right way or the time to bring them into these films. I just don't know how it would be done. And there's a lot of people wanted Danielle to play Karen and for it to be Jamie. And I've heard that in an early draft of the HK script, Karen's first name was Jamie. Um, and I think that would have just opened up a whole nother, uh, not of HK of 2018, an earlier draft of 2018. Karen's first name was Jamie. So I think that would have just opened up a whole other can of confusion and frustration in some ways, and just probably better that they avoided that. I think their intent in doing that was probably, again, an Easter egg, something to kind of throw to the fans. But I do think whoever's decision it was to ultimately just make it a different name probably makes more sense. Because yeah, I have you know everybody would be divided. Half the people would say if it's going to be Jamie, it should be Danielle, or other people would say it should be recast because it's a different version. So I don't know how you do that. I think if you're going to bring that character back, as we've talked about on here before, there's a way to do that, and that'd be a requel to Part Four. And basically, you do the requel 40 years after Part Four, and there you go. And there's your way to do that. But I still don't know that Universal would buy in to that, only because I don't know that general audiences who don't live and breathe this franchise the way we do love the Jamie Lee Lloyd character and know the Jamie Lloyd character quite as much as the Michael Myers character. We do because we live and breathe this franchise. Um, but the people that Universal needs to come out in droves to make another movie, um, they have to be educated away. There's definitely a way to do it though, and to do it really cool and really well. And if you got the right creative team behind the scenes, that makes all the difference in the world, and anything's possible. So there we go. I'm getting off topic a little bit. Where was I? Oh yeah, we're still talking about Halloween Kills. Here's another really cool Halloween Kills tidbit to snack on this week. Aaron Armstrong, of course, the stunt coordinator, who also got to step behind the mask and play the shape in the 1978 flashback scenes. He shared this awesome new image of himself on set during filming of Halloween Kills. He shared this earlier this week on Instagram with the simple text, quote, throwback to lurking in Haddonfield, end quote. That's a really good look at that 1978 version of the mask you can see there. And a few days after that, Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends franchise producer Ryan Freeman of Trancas shared this extremely gory, gnarly behind the scenes photo of the unfortunate Mr. Tivoli, played by the late, great Ross Bacon. Ross Bacon, of course, appeared in the Smiths Grove Sanitarium scenes in Halloween 2018 and then had a very pivotal role in Halloween Kills, playing Mr. Tivoli, one of the escaped mental patients. And Ryan Freeman sharing this behind the scenes image. Gruesome just doesn't cover it here. Good God, that is just brutal. All right, I'm going to look over here on the live chat. See who else. Let's see. I see Gilbert has joined us, asking, will Michael Myers talk at the end of Ends, and will his parents be in the new movie? I have no idea, but I'm going to take a wild guess and say no and no. All right. Looking over on the live chat now. Million says Karen reminds me of Carrie Tate from H2O. Karen was surely a school teacher. I think she was. She did. There were some deleted scenes that were filmed for 2018, and she does work with kids. That is very true. If you watch my interview with Giselle Witt, who plays one of the three Silver Shamrock trick or treaters, she also filmed a deleted scene with Judy Greer for the 2018 film that is not included on the Blu-ray deleted scenes. So check out my interview with Giselle for a description of that. And yes, that talks about Karen working with the kids. You're very right and very astute to pick that up. Sensational Cinema says this better not be all a stupid nightmare dream thingy. That is totally lazy ass writing. Then again, their writing hasn't been anything to write home about, I guess is what he's saying. Um, yeah, I don't think it's all gonna be a dream. No, I don't think that would be. I can't imagine them pulling that off and it being at all satisfying. I'll put it that way. Gilbert says, "Is that real?" Yes, that behind the scenes photo, that's real. All right, and there's one other kind of franchise adjacent. It's not really this franchise, but just another kind of cool thing with some franchise alums that I wanted to talk about just real quick. You probably saw we published an article earlier this week about a exciting new film that we know very little about right now. It's called Natty Knocks, and you might remember that when I interviewed Danielle Harris late last year. The interview was published in early December of 2021. She mentioned briefly during that interview when I asked about some upcoming projects that she had this year that one of the ones she was very much looking forward to is a film that would reunite her with her Halloween 4 director, Dwight Little. And Dwight Little is, of course, who she basically credits with kind of discovering her. That was her first major feature film, and she was the lead, obviously. And they've not worked together ever since. So all these years later, she was looking forward very much to working with him again. And now we know just a little bit more about the project because thanks to good old Instagram, a few other cast members have let their involvement be known now as well. Just in this past week, Robert Englund posted that he too was having his own reunion with Dwight Little, who directed him 1 year after Halloween 4. Um, 1 year after Dwight directed Danielle in Halloween 4, he would go on to direct Robert Englund in their 1989 version of The Phantom of the Opera. And Dwight also, many years before that, directed a episode of Freddy's Nightmares. And Dwight's directed a ton of stuff in the years since, but now he is back in the horror genre. And another cast member that is part of this, forming a really awesome trio of people that we're big fans of, is Bill Moseley, of course, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, Otis and House of a Thousand Corpses, which, by the way, today I believe is the 19th anniversary of that film. You see my autograph of Otis right over there. And, of of course, Bill Moseley, also a part of this franchise. He has a cameo in Rob Zombie's Halloween remake, theatrical cut. Um, so we really have very little info other than that right now. All we know is that according to Dwight Little's official website, the movie is listed as a horror slash thriller. And we have these photos here that Danielle, Bill, and Robert have shared from the set. There's Bill Moseley, Robert Englund, and Dwight Little. This one here, there's Danielle after a day of filming, looking pretty roughed up. Another really cool shot here of Bill Moseley and Robert Englund, shared on Robert's Instagram this week. And a much brighter, happier moment here with Danielle and Bill. And Bill in makeup with another co-star. There's Danielle and Robert as well, with producer Jason James Richter and director Dwight Little there on the left. So again, the film is called Natty Knocks. It is a horror film, and it's got a pretty kick-ass cast with a pretty talented director. So this is a film that we're going to be covering and looking forward to learning more about as the project continues. Robert has wrapped his filming. He said he's already left the set. According to her Instagram, it appears that Danielle's still shooting. But we will definitely have more on this as it becomes available. Otis and Freddie, Jennifer says. Yeah. Yeah, Otis and Freddie and and Jamie Lloyd. I mean, yeah, I think that's a and they're also talented too. I mean, they're icons, in this genre, but all three of them can really act their ass off too. And if you meet them in person and then you see some of the roles that they played, it's just amazing. So I'm looking forward to learning more about this film. I know nothing about it. We have no plot synopsis yet, no story details, nothing. Just some very cool horror icons. And let me also mention the the other young lead in the cast, um, because Dwight Little's official website does list one other cast member there. Her name is Charlotte Fountain Jardim, and she is also a part of this cast. Natty Knocks is the name of the film. All right, every week I like to do some shout outs and pick out just a couple of the posts from Twitter and Instagram that have used the hashtag Michael Myers Monday this week. We've been doing this hashtag every week since 2013, and most people don't even know that we started it or how it started, and it's taken on a life of its own. And there's all kinds of fun memes and gifs and all kinds of stuff. So here we're going to take a look at just a couple of them that I pulled out for this week. First up, we're going to go over to Twitter. This one comes to us from Melissa Myers at Skull Queen Mel's. She says, how I feel every Monday. And I like this meme right here when you realize it's Monday and you got to deal with the same bullshit all over again. Also from Twitter, this is from Autumn Love. She says, happy Michael Myers Monday. And, I've seen a lot of dancing Myers. I don't think I've seen this particular one before today. But they are getting down. Million says, wasn't Danielle Harris in one of those urban legend movies? Yep, she was in the original urban legend. Also from Twitter, this one comes to us from Homecoming, a Haddonfield novel at a homecoming. They say apparently not many Halloween fans know the series has comic books. So for Michael Myers Monday, I'm going to share this cover from the unreleased third issue of The First Death of Laurie Strode, written by Steph Hutchinson, illustrated by Jeff Zornow. This is some great artwork here. Yeah, I know you guys are probably all well aware of the comic book history of this franchise. Let me know if you own the first two issues of The First Death of Laurie Strode. Maybe one day we'll get that third and final issue. Moving over to Instagram now. This is from It's Audra. And they posted a ton of artwork here that they've created. Michael Myers artwork. I really like that one. There's Laurie. These are great. Yep, that's about right. These are great. Awesome artwork. Also from Instagram, here's some more artwork. Horror Witch says, happy Michael Myers Monday. A fun, quick sketch I did. Pretty impressive for just a fun, quick sketch. I love it, though, in its simplicity. Instantly recognizable, though. And one more from Instagram. This is from Maiden Art. And she says, today is Monday, Michael Myers Monday. And looks like her friend there is Kevin D Cosplay, portraying the Shape. You guys know I love my comic book heroes, my Batman, my Superman, and here we have Supergirl facing off against Michael Myers, not faring too well. Pretty cool original cosplay here. All right, there we go. Be sure to use the hashtag Michael Myers Monday every single week, every single Monday with your Michael Myers post, whether it's sharing your t-shirts, your collections, your cosplay, your memes, your gifts, your videos, your autographs, your meetings with the people that have made this franchise what it is. I want to see them all, and I do my best to try to repost and reshare. We put a bunch in our IG stories. We retweet a bunch on Twitter, and feel free to tag us. We're all over the socials, and that way we'll definitely get them. But definitely use the hashtag, and you might see yourself featured right here on Michael Myers Monday Live when you do. All right, about to wrap it up here, guys. Let's turn over to the live chat for a minute, see what's happening before we get out of here. Happy Michael Myers Monday again, everybody. I want to thank you guys again for chilling with me tonight. This has been fun. We're approaching the midnight hour yet again. No matter what I do, no matter how I think it's gonna, no way it's gonna last midnight. I mean, so many of these weeks, I'm like, there's no way I'm even gonna be able to fill an hour on here. And so often we are here after midnight. You guys rock. Phil says Robert England's going to be at Flashback in August. Awesome. Very cool lineup there. Hunter says they're doing the Pennywise dance to start off with. David's got all the comics. Nice. Million says not Supergirl. Ah. Million says another one in the can, Matt. See you next time. Glad to be here again. Awesome. Thank you so much, man. Young Major says another dope live. Look forward to this every week. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much, man. That is why I do it. Yeah, it's you guys, man. You guys keep coming back and saying stuff like that. So yeah, we will be here counting down the days and the weeks leading up to Halloween ends. Um, Now, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I think most of you watching now have, but somebody might come across this throughout the week that is not a subscriber yet. Go ahead and subscribe and turn on the notifications because it's not just Monday nights. We do other live streams from events and here in the studio. And of course, as more and more Halloween news begins to break over the coming weeks and months. As we get closer to the actual season, there's going to be so much to cover, so much content coming your way here on the channel, not just regarding Halloween Ends and this franchise, but just everything we're covering. But make no mistake, there is going to be a ton of Halloween Ends stuff. There's so much merch news that is not even been announced yet that's going to be coming. And then there's stuff that we know is going to be coming. We know there's going to be the NECA figures, and we know there's going to be the trick or treat mask, and certain things are definitely coming. But there's stuff we don't even know about that's coming. Just recently, there's a sale on the children's book, and you might have seen the official Trenkus account. They said that there are lots more products basically coming this year. So get ready. We're going to be talking about all of that, covering all of that. Lots of cool exclusive interviews as well. Tons of stuff. And yeah, you might have seen earlier today we had some excitement. A new Halloween movie, Spirit Halloween, is making a movie. Of course, that is just one of many Halloween set movies coming our way this year, this fall, within the next 6 months. There is a ton, over half a dozen, pretty high profile ones, and that's not counting smaller independent films and other surprises that might show up between now and then as well. So a lot going on, and that's just on the movie side of things. So a lot going on here, and it's just going to get crazier. So you don't want to miss any of that. If you've got thoughts on any of this, I'd love to hear from you. Drop me a line down in the comments, and maybe I'll read it during next week's live. I'd like to do some more viewer mail segments. You can always reach out to us through the main website. We've got a contact form right there you can fill out on the contact page. You can reach out to us through social media as well. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, you name it. You should be on the Slasher app, though. That's the best of all social media, is the Slasher app. You should definitely be over there. And shoot us a friend request when you get over there, and I will definitely accept. We've got a link to all of our socials down in the description as well. And of course, you can always find out more about everything we're covering, Michael Myers and otherwise, all things Halloween, all things we cover at HalloweenDailyNews.com. That is our main source, our main hub for everything we do. So you can always find that here. But there's always going to be some exclusive stuff here on the channel as well. And hopefully you guys appreciate that stuff. All right. The witching hour is upon us. It is after midnight, which means technically it's not Monday, but that don't matter because it's always Michael Myers Monday, just like it's always Halloween here at Halloween Daily. So, once again, friends, family, loved ones, happy Michael Myers Monday, guys. 6 months to go until the shape is back. All right, guys. I'm Bad Arts for Halloween Daily News. Thank you for watching. And happy Michael Myers Monday!